Hello, welcome to another edition of Around Town. I'm your host, as usual, Larry Crippen. Welcome to the program. Today we have someone from the city to update us on things going on in the city of Huntsville. He is indeed Ward 1 Councilmember Tor Fossum. Welcome to the program, Tor.
Well, hello, Larry. It's a pleasure to be here. Thank you.
Well, we've got a lot of things to get to here. I know recently the City Council held a workshop on future street improvement projects. They discussed which ones they were going to start on, and they also discussed funding and things like that. Can you fill us in on what went on?
Yes, I can. So there were 8 projects that were on the list, and we kind of whittled them down to 3. The 3 important projects are Montgomery Road from I-45 to Veterans Memorial Boulevard, and it's a widening of Veterans Memorial Boulevard in the portion where it's just 2 lanes, and also improvement and widening of Sycamore Road, particularly around the university, where there's going to be more development and more traffic to come.
And Tor, can you tell us a little bit about funding for future street improvement?
Yes, and we're talking here about these street improvements are going to require somewhere between $30 and $50 million, maybe more, depending on the project. The most urgent one is Montgomery Road, to widen Montgomery Road between I-45 and Veterans Memorial. It needs to go from 2 lanes. It's 2 lanes now, and it should go to 4 lanes, maybe 5 with a turn lane in the middle. And cost of this project is somewhere between $50-60 million. That is going to require long-term bonds, and the financing, it will, doing these road improvements will increase the amount of money the city needs to collect, and it may require an increase in the property tax. I'm hoping that we can put those things before the people on a referendum, but it may not get to that. Maybe just the council approves it.
You know, because of recent storms and other issues, we've had a lot of flooding in the Walker County area. Do you care to comment on that?
Yes, we have had from the end of April to the beginning of June, we've had almost as much rain as we get in an entire year. And it came in short periods of time with massive amounts of water. The flooding on Nelson Creek was worse than it was during Harvey, and the same was true in the city. We saw flooding of 11th Street in front of the H-E-B, where people could not get across. It was that much water that quickly, and there were hundreds of houses that got water infiltration into the house, not because the water rose up to get into their house, but because it came down a hill and couldn't get around their house quick enough that it rose up and came in the weep holes and came in the house and then ruined flooring. And there were literally hundreds of people. We also had problems with potential dam problems at Spring Lake, and also possibly some dam problems at the Elkins Lake system. There was a lot of water. FEMA has been busy here. And so the next topic is the drainage. So the storm drainage, usually it carries off the water. When you get that much water in that quick a time, sometimes the storm drainage is not your friend, because it brings water in from uphill and it comes down. It can't get out quickly enough, and it comes out of the storm drains in the lower elevations and floods houses there. And that has happened in Elkins Lake. We have 2 major problems for the city for the infrastructure, and that is to improve the storm drainage and to improve the sewage, because our sewage system was designed 40 years ago. There are 3 separate sewage systems in Huntsville. They go in different directions because of the hills and the lay of the land. And they need to be improved, particularly the one on the western side of town, they need to be improved in capacity. And on the northeast side of town, that we're limited in the amount of development that can go on there, industrial development, semi-industrial development, because we don't have the sewage capacity to handle that.
And I know that they've recently started doing some work on improving the Huntsville Municipal Airport. Can you update us on what's going on with the airport?
Yes, the airport is due to be strengthened. The runway is not capable of handling heavy jets, and the runway is going to be strengthened and lengthened. And this is a major project so that it will be able to handle actual cargo jets and passenger jets at our little airport. And we feel that that will be a boon for industries that will grow up around the airport, provide more employment and more opportunities for people.
And something that comes up off and on is affordable housing in Huntsville. I understand a developer is working on affordable housing here.
Yes, there is a developer that has bought 88 acres north of 2821, and they're going to their plan is to put in approximately 500 housing units. There's going to be small houses. They're tiny houses. They're 700 to 1,100 square feet. They're on small lots that are 3,500 square feet. They had to come to the council to get a variance for those small lots. And those houses, they're planning for them to be sold in a range of $150,000 to $200,000, which they feel will be affordable for people working for the prison system or as teachers.
Well, Tor Fossum, Ward 1 council member for the City of Huntsville, thanks for being our guest.
It's my pleasure, Larry. Thank you.